for Virginia in their last one out. Annabelle Chukwu set to kick this one off, and we'll get you started from Alumni Stadium. Irish will possess it first. And predictably, we're seeing the Irish try and possess it here. This is the way they've played offense. Something Nate Norman stresses big time is patience, and that's part of the reason why they get so many opportunities, JJ.
They get those opportunities. You got to be patient, obviously, with the ball. And when you've got the ball, you've got the advantage that their opposing team isn't attacking. You got to find those spaces by trying to run the ball wherever you find an open space. That way you also start draining your opponent physically, making them run for the ball.
Rare turnover from Izzy Engel, but she's chasing this one into the box. Collision, couldn't corral it. This one will go out of bounds, but it'll stay with Notre Dame. Izzy Engel always in and around the box. 10 goals in 9 games for the standout freshman. Really been just an incredible story for Notre Dame this season.
As it's been for multiple freshmen who have scored 22 of the 26 goals that the Irish have in store so far in the season in the turn of their first 9 games. We'll see if they can keep that momentum rolling tonight.
Here's Matriano now, playing it back towards the midfield. Irish send one into the box. There's a body down for NC State. Chukwu heads this one over to the far side. This Roy with it into the box for Engel, but passed a little too far out in front of her, and Prodopus will collect this one. NC State will have a chance to really possess it for the first time. Take a look at this one.
Yeah, similar approach to attack by the Irish than we've been seeing for the past few games, trying to find Engel in the box, especially on the right side. And one of the things that Engel and Chukwu have when they combine an attack is precisely...
Here's a steal now from Ellie Osbeck, who's making a nice run into the box. Tough touch, though, and this one will fall out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for Notre Dame. Boy, it was that one touch there that really prevented her from getting a clean cross. Engel was there on the backside.
It's now Engel on the left, Chukwu on the right. That's what I was mentioning before. Both of them can really switch each other up on attack and combine really well.
So Morgan Roy will take the corner now for Notre Dame, as has been customary thus far this season. Plays it short for Restovich. Irish working this run around the top of the box, but it's deflected, and now a run for NC State on the counter. This is Jade Bordelot. Oh, nice move. Bordelot into the box. Tried to get the cross off, but that's phenomenal defense there from the freshman Abby Mills. Another freshman making an impact early for Notre Dame. Let's take a look at the move here from Bordelot.
And that's what we were talking about previously. The formation that NC State has gives them some defensive ability, but also the opportunity to perform such quick-paced, fast counter-attacks, and now they end up with a corner.
Here is the corner for NC State, taken from the near side. This one played into the box. Bounces around, nobody got a head on it, but NC State will stay with it. Matriano just sends this one out of bounds. It'll be a throw for the Wolfpack. So some early pressure from NC State.
Yeah, and we talked with Coach Norman about potentially there being a trend across this first few games of the season for the Irish. They've only conceded 4 goals, but 3 of them have come in the first half. He wouldn't necessarily mention that it's a trend, but nevertheless, he does want his team to have full focus during the 90 minutes of the game.
Notre Dame, in games it has scored first this season, is 7-0. So the Irish lethal if they can get a lead. We'll see if they can do that here, but some nice pressure from NC State trying to prevent them from doing that.
That's right. Great pressure by NC State so far. Nevertheless, the Irish regained the possession. It's a team that, as you've mentioned, it's full of freshmen. But even if it's full of freshmen, by now they've got 9 games behind their back. They are players with experience. They've come into the team, done some really good things, and they're trying to do that as well tonight.
Here's Engel trying to get to it on the near side, and does. Engel one-on-one. Works it into the box. Here's the cross right in front. A nice run by Chukwu, but it's deflected. This one goes out of bounds, but will stay with Notre Dame. Saw that pairing there of Engel and Chukwu in the box.
Yeah, it's a pairing that really can give the Irish lots of potential, and it's a pairing that, impressively enough...
Engel in the box now! Could not get the shot off. And now NC... NC State will run the other way. Irish get it back. Here's Codd now, trying to work it around, finds Restovich. Collision here. This is Janet Okiki. NC State looks to work back here. Some nice defense there by Ellie Osbeck, normally the forward, but as Nate Norman likes all his players to be able to do, an excellent defender as well.
Yeah, that's a characteristic of this Irish team. When you've got a team that likes to start attacking from the back, that likes to really have a good play when it comes to playing with the feet all the way from their defense, you get players that can be very polyvalent shapeshifters when it comes to their positioning on the field, and that's one of them tonight.
Notre Dame, a lot of pressure early, and they take this one back. This is Claire Logan, back from the U20 FIFA World Cup with Team Canada. She was with Annabelle Chukwu. This is her second game back. Played in one game before she left earlier in the season. Matriano with it now, looking for Restovich. Restovich couldn't quite get it through there. Restovich's been a key player for the Irish, another key freshman, team leader in assists with 7 already this season. Really just been a potent part of this Notre Dame attack that's been so good thus far this year.
Yeah, the freshman from Missouri has started in 8 of the 9 games the Irish have played this season. 4 shots versus Butler, 3 of them on goal. It just shows you the offensive determination she has. And today, also through the midfield, trying to supply some balls for Chukwu and Engel.
Matriano now looking for Engel. Horde of NC State defenders there, but some nice passing from Notre Dame, and here's Chukwu in the box. Deflection, and Ellie Osbeck with it now, but great defense from Janet Okiki there. Okiki teammates with Claire Logan and Chukwu 2 years ago on the U17 Canadian national team in the U17 World Cup.
That's right.
So some familiarity from these two teams here on top of seeing each other most years in conference play. Here's the corner now from Roy. This one played into the box. Headed into the air. And a shot from Restovich. But Prodopis is there with the save. Prodopis has been fairly sure-handed in goal this year. Has had a rough go of it in ACC play, but a nice job here.
Yeah, and keeping the ball with your goalkeeper whenever the Irish have come into an attack, at least for the first 15 minutes, of which we've previously mentioned the emphasis from NC's coach Santoro. That's crucial. That's crucial when it comes to trying to calm the game down, to gain some knowledge of where the spaces are and trying to prevent the Irish from attacking even more.
NC State really trying to work it around here, and now a through ball. This one for Jade Bordelot. Can she get to it on the near side? Not quite. So Leah Klinke will throw for the Irish. Klinke now for Osbeck, but stepped out of bounds, and this one will go back to NC State. Okiki will take the throw. Nice passing from NC State, but just smothering defense from Notre Dame. This will be a goal kick.
And we've seen them trying to find those 3-1s in attack, trying to maintain possession for as long as possible. Nevertheless, the Irish pretty focused so far. The attacking plays for NC State has really been the right side of the pitch with Jade Bordelot. So far, great defending over there, and great defensive and attacking support when it comes to connecting both sides of the Irish from Grace Restovich.
Restovich was pushed to the ground as she made that pass, so a foul, but Notre Dame will play quickly here. Long pass looking for Izzy Engel. Can't get to it. Brianna Weber was the first foot on it for NC State. Now Okiki trying to keep Engel from it. Weber tries to clear, but Restovich ends up with it. Will stay with Notre Dame for a throw. Klinke will take this one. Klinke again starting in her first game back from winning bronze with Team USA at the FIFA U20 World Cup. Here she is now. Finds Chukwu. Chukwu tries to spin, but nice defense from Alex Moore there. Restovich trying to chase it on the far side, but the Wolfpack control it. Looking for a long pass there, but some nice defense from Notre Dame, which has just been standout thus far in this game. Restovich now into the box. Looking for Osbeck on the far side, but nothing there. It will stay with Notre Dame for a throw. Klinke will chase this one and get it into Lainey Matriano. Klinke with Mononautica defending. Irish work this one all the way back towards midfield for Claire Logan, who tries to play a long pass, and Restovich ends up with it. Here's Osbeck on the outside. A move. Here's a pass for Restovich and a shot, but it's deflected. Logan over for Roy. Nice defense there as that one's deflected. NC State tries to clear a collision and a foul. That'll go against Charlie Codd.
Some great moves by the Irish there in attack. We saw Restovich once again supporting. Even Eli Osbeck joining Restovich on the left for the Irish attack. Couldn't find Ango or Chukwu in the box. Nevertheless, the Irish keep possession and maintain so far dominance in the game.
Heavy touch from Chukwu, but she gets it back. Looking for a foul. There won't be a call. Wolfpack take it away. Annika Woner couldn't quite chase that one down on the far side, so it'll be an Irish throw. This is Claire Logan. Looking for Restovich in the middle, but taken away by NC State. And here they come on the far side. Played towards the middle, looking for Bordelot. But again, the Irish are there. Klinke with it now. Up for Osbeck. Long ball for Angle on the near side. Angle one-on-one. Angle fancy move. Great defense, though. That is phenomenal defense from Taylor Kism, who has started every match this season and played all 90 in 8 of 10. Huge minute getter for the Wolfpack. And really a key part of that back line. Here's the corner for Notre Dame now. Roy plays it short for Matriano. Logan ends up with it, plays a high ball into the box, but good aggressive play from Protopus to catch that one. And NC State will possess it going the other way. Codd takes it right back, though. Spin move along the sideline. Poor pass. Restovich with it now, and a window, but sends this one wide. Restovich aggressive here early, known for her passing, but already 2 shots thus far.
Yeah, we've seen her so far be the lead of that midfield, And it's important as well to note the way that the Irish are executing those high pressures. The possession for NC State is not holding on to them that long. Coach Santoro mentioned the importance of getting that ball to their midfield, of having Nakata on the ball precisely a little longer to try and get some attacking possession, to try and find those spaces that the Irish could leave when attacking. But nevertheless, the Irish are executing a really good high pressure so far in the game.
Jabril chasing that one on the far side, couldn't get to it. Notre Dame will throw. JJ, we mentioned the importance of the first 15 minutes. If you're Tim Santoro, how are you feeling about the way the first 15 minutes have gone at this one?
You've controlled the Irish. They've had some opportunities, not necessarily a clear opportunity, but they've had some opportunities, some shots on goal. You might want to have a little more of a possession, nevertheless, but it's a team that knows how to play without possession, that knows that sometimes you gotta suffer to take a solid result, and it's built for that. So we'll see how long they can keep that going, as long as they have a 0-0 on the scoreboard, because whenever your rival scores one, you got to change up a bit your moves to try and attack and find a draw.
Well, JJ, you mentioned playing without possession. They did that well against Stanford. Santoro told us that despite the 2-0 loss, that was closer where they wanted to be defensively. And we've seen this, thus far. Notre Dame's possessed it a ton, but hasn't had phenomenal opportunities in the final third. NC State, all things considered, doing a pretty solid job.
Yeah, pretty solid job keeping those opportunities from coming. They just gotta precisely keep that going, as you've mentioned, know how to suffer. And yeah, that game against Stanford, NC State was a pretty solid team for 54, 60 minutes of the game. They're looking to be a full 90-minute team tonight, and so far they're doing their job.
Here's Okiki with it now into two Irish defenders. That was Ospek that took that one away. Irish will look to run the other way. Ospek for angle, couldn't quite get to it. Here's NC State trying to work it around a little bit. This one for Alex Moore on the far side. Here's a ball into the box now. But Abby Mills there to send that one away. Here's Okiki with some space. Hits Restovich. Angle plays it back, and the Irish will look to possess here. Restovich been all over the ball today. We just had it there. Matriano now looking for Angle, who plays a through ball for Chukwu, who's got some room. Flag stays down. Chukwu in the box. Working towards the middle. Tries to get a shot off, but Prodopis is there. May have been deflected.
Great move there by Chukwu in between two defenders to find the goal. Not the best shot, but she finds an opportunity to get one and try to get it past Prodopis, who's very well focused so far. Great move and great build-up overall by the Irish team.
You see the move in the shot there. That's Janet Okiki and Taylor Kism, who had the nice play on Angle before. That was their defending. I believe it was Kism with the deflection on that one. So some strong defense there again in the final third from NC State. Here's Ospek now working on the near side. Klinke trying to play it through for Restovich, but pass a little too far. We'll stay with Notre Dame as a throw, though. Leah Klinke will throw for Chukwu. Tight defense there from Jaden Thomas. Irish content with just possessing it here. They know they'll get their chances as this match goes on. They've had some matches like this thus far this year where they haven't necessarily started right away, but they've poured on some goals late. Here's Ellie Ospek, though, looking to change that. Great defense by Okiki to take it away. And now Bordalo with it on the near side. It's taken away again. Ellie Ospek tries to play this one into the box. Woner gets to that one. Now here's a long ball. NC State wanted a foul, not going to get it. Codd with room in the middle now. Here's Klinke. Finds Restovich on a run into the box. Oh, great tackle, though. Man, NC State, some phenomenal defense in the final third. It's Taylor Kism again, who's flashed multiple times this game. Definitely NC State's most impactful defender, and we're seeing that thus far today.
And also, Janet Okiki has had some work on the left side of the pitch, which is where the Irish have mostly flowed their game throughout, with Restovich and with Eli Ospek so far. Nevertheless, we've seen Chukwu try to find some right place during the first 20 minutes.
High ball looking for Eli Ospek, but some nice defense by Okiki there to head that one out of bounds. It'll be another throw for Notre Dame. Restovich looking near the box, but gets it back out to Abby Mills. Restovich just outside the box now, working on Okiki. Here's a ball into the middle, and Chukwu got a foot on it. But again, Protopus there. Irish threatening, but nothing too loud so far.
Nothing too loud. This was probably one of the closest ones they've had so far. They were able to find Chukwu this time around. It's a well-saved shot by Protopus.
It was Kism there again on the defense, and a nice job by Protopus to find that one off an awkward strike by Chukwu. Irish take this one away again, just stifling defense. Klinke for Ospek on the near side. You look at NC State, I know we've hammered this point thus far, but this is how their games have gone. They've hung around for a while. They've maybe even taken a lead like they did against Cal, and they've faltered late, but NC State doing a nice job so far. Irish now with a nice look. Try to play it in the box for Chukwu. Can't quite get to it. Restovich now. Excuse me, Morgan Roy with it. Here's a nice run now from NC State. Trying to play the long ball, but Leah Klinke is there to collect this one. They were trying to play it for Woner there, but the Irish take it away.
It wasn't necessarily the best pass by Nakata, but as you are mentioning, it's a team that knows how to find those opportunities without leading their opponents in possession. They've found the back of the net 14 times so far in the season. And as we saw against Stanford, against Cal, as we're seeing here, they don't necessarily ruin possession.
Big run by Roy now, showing some nice speed, but some great defense too. That's Tolentino on the far side. Here's Matriano now looking for a through ball for Restovich, but was a little too physical trying to get to that one, so NC State will take over.
It's the first few opportunities we see from the Irish on the right. Surprisingly enough, who's there now? Restovich. She's been everywhere on the pitch so far, leading the midfield, finding those attacking plays as well, getting in between Ango and Chukwu. And so far, really solid start by Restovich and by Eli Ospek as well.
That was Restovich there, and hitting the deck as a product of Restovich's push was Paige Tolentino, the graduate transfer from UNC from Pinehurst, North Carolina. Played in 50 matches over her career with UNC, 12 starts, logged 7 assists, is a strong defender and someone who NC State looks to anchor that back line along with Taylor Kism.
Certainly a great backline so far by NC State, because as you've mentioned already, the Irish have had their opportunities, but it hasn't really been some clear opportunities. They've known how to limit the threat of the attacks that the Irish are producing, because they are producing, but nevertheless, it's been a team that, as we've said, they've come to play. They know how to suffer. They know that they're probably going to be dispossessed of the ball, but nevertheless, a team that's been finding those key players that Coach Santoro mentioned before, Nakata, their goal scorers, Annika Woner not necessarily, but Jay Bordelot, we've seen her so far.
Now a turnover. Cod for Chukwu. Looking for angle, pass a little behind her, has it nonetheless. Shot deflected, and some great defense again there from that NC State back line. That's Brianna Weber, the senior defender, with some nice defense on Izzy Engel.
And it was Weber there, it was Kism as well there. It's always two defenders that the Irish are finding. It's always complicated to be 1 against 2. So far it's proven successful for the NC State defense.
Lily Joseph into the game for the Irish following that brief stoppage. Joseph, another freshman, the midfielder from Hamden, Connecticut, has played big minutes off the bench in each game. 82 against Butler earlier this season, has 3 goals on the year and 2 in the last 4 games. Here she is with it now, but plays it back for Abby Mills. Woner gets the deflection with the header there, but Olafsson is here for the Irish. Saw there Notre Dame leading 3-0 in shots on goal, but NC State was looking to change that. They'll get a corner here. That was Bordelot on the run again, who's been one of the few players for NC State that's had some opportunities in the Irish half and even the final third.
She's been quite active during this match, and we've seen her across the season for NC State. 3 goals, 1 assist so far, 7 points. Trying to get some more goals here in Indiana tonight.
This is Moore taking the corner. Strong header and a goal! Brooklyn Holt with a strong header to the back post, and NC State leads. Let's take a look at this, JJ.
It's a corner into the small box. I would say that honestly Olafsson could have gone for that ball. I don't know if that distracted her defenders a bit, but nevertheless, NC State finds the goal, and that's what we were talking about. Give them one chance, take advantage of that chance, you might find yourself in front. And that's what's happening tonight.
Absolutely, JJ. That was actually Taylor Kism, not Brooklyn Holt, with the goal there. And for Kism, just a phenomenal performance thus far. Has been all over the place on the Irish back line. This is her 2nd goal of this season. She's been defending Izzy Engel, she's been defending Annabelle Chukwu, and here she is scoring the goal.
That's what you want. You want defenders that can provide something in attack, and especially in aerial plays. And that's what Kism has done tonight. We'll see how the Irish reply, because they've had possession, they've had those opportunities. Nevertheless, they haven't been able to get one in the back of the net so far.
Notre Dame has only played in 2 games in which they have not scored first. They drew 2-2 against Boston College and lost the opener to Michigan State. So we'll see how they respond. But NC State with some possession again here. This is Mononautica with it. Plays it into the box. Deflected around, but the Irish able to clear. It's a nice run here from Woner, but the shot's deflected. NC State now rolling off the energy of that big first goal.
Yeah, you gotta know when your momentum is in the game. Coach Tim Santoro mentioned this. They've conceded goals in the worst moments so far in the season, and to prevent that from happening, why not just keep attacking? When you found yourself already with the back of the net once, you might do it twice.
Nautica will take the corner here. Nautica, a freshman from Osaka, Japan, scored NC State's lone goal 2 games ago against Cal to take the lead in the 54th minute. Here's the corner now. Played into the box, but Chisholm couldn't quite get to that one. NC State retains possession though. Irish run the other way. Here's Joseph with it on the far side. Joseph looking for Engel. Engel gets to it in a crowd of NC State defenders. Makes a nice move for the outside. Shot is wide. We'll get two subs for Notre Dame here. Number 11, Sophia Fisher, into the game, the senior midfielder whose career has just been a steady upward rise. In 2022, did not play a ton. Last year was a key starter, and this year has been a backline mainstay on top of being named a captain.
That's right, and with her comes Ellie Hudson as well, if I'm not wrong. So two changes by Coach Norman that just show you what the Irish want to do, which is tie the game as quickly as possible.
Here's Hodgson with it now, just outside the box. Couldn't do much with it there. Hodgson has only played 64 minutes this season, but has scored 3 goals. Hodgson, just an absolutely incredible story, coming back from a knee surgery and suffering through the loss of a sister. Just a remarkably inspirational story.
And she was the one to score a brace against Boston College as well. So she knows how to be there when the Irish need her the most. We'll see if that's the case tonight.
Here's a great move from Engel now, but couldn't quite get the pass through to Fisher. NC State clears it, but the Irish get it back. Here's Klinke with it now. Looking for Chukwu. Fisher turns it over. And Woner looks toward the near side, but this one will roll out of bounds, and Klinke will throw for the Irish. Here's Mills. Now Chukwu, heavy touch there, but plays it back for Joseph. Ball played long for the near side. NC State takes it away. Bordelot running here through a crowd of Irish defenders, just dumps it into the Irish half. Ollison has it in the box now and gets it over to Klinke. Irish still leading heavily in possession, but have not yet found that real good opportunity like NC State did on that corner.
No, and they've been able to calm things up a little bit as long as they keep having possession, trying to keep those attacking plays and attacking runs pretty much generated by Engel herself right now, as we've been seeing. Trying to give as well a little bit of a break space for Restovich, who was quite active. But nevertheless, some changes that just show you how Coach Norman wants to get that 1-1 as quickly as possible.
You can see near the top of your screen, this goal has really just revitalized NC State. Their bench, their coach, Tim Santoro, have a ton of energy now, is just super animated. But here comes Notre Dame on the other side with Ellie Osbeck, who's looking for Fisher, but Fisher couldn't quite get to that one. Would have been a good look for the Irish.
Yeah, it just went wide for Fisher. She couldn't get there before the ball went out, but it would have been the first time, as we're gonna see here, that an Irish player would have been in the box without any defender exactly nearby. She would have been out of pressure. She could have had some opportunity to think about that pass, to think about even taking a shot, but she couldn't get there on time.
NC State now just trying to possess it for a little while. Been a real struggle thus far, even though they have the lead. But playing with some newfound confidence. Just about 11 and a half minutes to go in this first half. Joseph now a run up the middle. Joseph into a crowd and a shot, but it goes just wide. Man, Joseph got that off with a crowd of NC State defenders right around her.
That's what you gotta do. Whenever you've got 5 defenders literally within you, that's what you gotta do. A great shot that by Joseph that just goes wide. We've seen her take some shots, 6 shots from her in her season high against Marquette. a goal as well in one of those shots against Marquette. She just keeps producing. The Irish midfield supporting Chukwu and Angle on top.
Irish possessing it again here. This is Lainey Matriano with it. Matriano, somebody that Coach Nate Norman really just can't overstate the importance of, telling us that she's a player that when she plays well, the team plays well. Just a really important facilitator for them.
Yeah, we've seen that in the last 2 games where she has played the full 90 minutes. Lainey Matriano also 1 goal this season against TCU. She played 16 games as a sophomore with 14 starts, and so far, equally crucial for the Irish.
Hodgson a run now down the left side, looking for Chukwu in the middle, but some nice defense from NC State to collapse there and send this one out of bounds. It'll be a corner for the Irish. Morgan Roy not in the game, so Lainey Matriano will take this one. We'll see if the Irish can have some success on the set piece here. Here's a ball into the box, but a little too far wide for a real threat. Joseph now. Played into the box. Fisher is there. Collision and a foul on Fisher. That was Chisholm going down there.
And it's the second time that we see an attacking play from Notre Dame. Up, just given possession against North Carolina State. This is exactly the type of game that Coach Santoro wanted. 8 minutes to go. Trying to survive those 8 minutes, calm things down, tell his players that they've made it on the first half. Why not keep on making it, keep on pushing it, and perhaps even find a second one without necessarily leading when it comes to offensive determination in the second half.
You see here the save numbers. Protopus with 3 saves. Worth noting, the goal for NC State was the first goal that Olafsson has conceded this season. So her clean season comes to an end. But the Irish with it in NC State's half again. That was Chisholm sending that one out of bounds. Klinke takes this one away. Fisher looks to possess. Joseph, middle of the field for Angle on the far side. Angle stumbles. Still trying to make something happen. Matriano just outside the box. Plays this one for Osbeck. Osbeck a run towards the sideline, ball into the box, but Protopus is there to corral that one. Some aggressive goalie play here has paid dividends for NC State.
And Protopus again trying to calm things down a little for the winning team tonight. And finding Nakata.
Meanwhile, this one somehow skirts through. Joseph trying to get to it for the Irish. A nice tackle. Irish will run the other way. Here's Chukwu. Chukwu into a crowd. Trying to make something happen. Shot deflected. And yet again, phenomenal final third defense from NC State as this one ends up out of bounds for a Notre Dame throw. Let's take a look at it.
There's a Chukwu there getting into the box. Once again, there's 3 players in front of her. It's quite difficult to get those shots in comfortably whenever you've got so many players in front of you. That has been possibly the highlight so far of NC State during this first half. The great ability they've had to find the way to keep a solid defense by sticking together collectively and blocking those opportunities from the Irish.
Logan was looking for Fisher in the box, but this one comes out to Reagan Pals. Pals just into the game for the Irish as a sub. The grad transfer from Cornell, 8 points last season. Protopus will fall on this one and try and take some time off the clock as we near 6 minutes remaining in this first half. She plays this one into the Irish half. Okiki, nice move. Now it's Nautica with it in the center. Trying to make something happen. But the Irish fall back, and some strong defense here. NC State more than content to possess it and take some time off the clock, though. But here's a long ball toward the Irish box. Corralled near the far corner. Into the box, just too far. That was Bordalo knifing in for a header attempt there. But the Irish maybe dodge a bullet with that one. Let's take a look at it.
As we see here, Bordalo arrived pretty much all by herself there in between the Irish defense, finding the spot between Mills, who just cheers her teammates and tells them to keep on going.
Here's Hodgson now, an opportunity. A nice move, and she's into the box. Hodgson looking middle, but a nice tackle from Chisholm. And it'll be a goal kick. Chisholm just all over the place today. No doubt the MVP for NC State so far.
What a tackle by Chisholm. She dispossesses Hudson from the ball, and she gets a goal kick. A goal already. What a first half she's had.
Now a sub for NC State. Antonella Mazziato will come on for Annika Wohner. Mazziato, the freshman forward from Uruguay, went to Montverde Academy in Florida, and is somebody who Coach Tim Santoro described as unique. 4 starts so far this season and has appeared in all 10 games. Okiki will throw here for NC State. Under 4 minutes to play in the first half. Olivia Kelly had it for NC State, but Abby Mills with it now for the Irish as they look to go the other way. Joseph was shoved, so referee J.C. Grace will make the call there. The Irish will take over. Here's Angle coming all the way back to the near side. Dangerous pass, but Klinke, an aggressive header, and a great job to get to that one. Pals was looking for Fisher, but the pass was deflected. Klinke gets to this, and the Irish will throw. Looking for Hodgson. Klinke with it now after some nice defense by NC State. Here's Matriano towards the far side. Poor pass, and NC State has a chance for a counterattack. Mazziato turns it right back over, though. The Irish look to take it back towards the near side. Here's Klinke with it. Now a run for the Irish. Towards the far side, but some nice defense there from the Wolfpack again. Will be a corner for Notre Dame. That was Berkeley Mensick, the junior midfielder, with the run there. Here's the corner. Reagan Pals will take it. Pals into the box. Here's Joseph now with some space. Couldn't quite get a shot off. Here's a knuckleball. NC State will take it away. But Notre Dame will possess as we approach 1 minute remaining in the first half. Klinke was looking for Hodgson in the box, but Hodgson couldn't quite get that header on net, and it'll be a goal kick for NC State. Boy, just stifling final third defense from NC State in this half.
It's just been the key to keep the Irish scoreless. And the key as well to start building something in attack, leading to those corners, leading to the corner in which they found the back of the net. That's what you need when you're a team that you know that you are playing teams that perhaps are nationally better ranked, teams that perhaps might have that attacking determination. You gotta know to be focused on defense, and so far they've really been focused on defense.
That was Klinke with a long ball for Fisher there. Couldn't quite get it to go, but the Irish retain possession. Joseph now with it in the center. Joseph with a nice run and a shot, but it's wide left. Been the theme of the half for the Irish. They've had some good strikes, but haven't quite been able to get anything quality on net. We'll take a look at the shot as we get into the final 10 seconds of the half here.
It's another great shot by Joseph. She's had a few from this first half, and this one goes wide, as did the rest.
Well, we've reached the end of the first half. NC State leading Notre Dame 1-0. JJ, what do you think about this?
Notre Dame has had some great attacking opportunities. They've just been presented themselves against a solid
uncharted territory for NC State. A couple weeks ago, they led Cal after 54 minutes, who was then ranked, and they were tied with Stanford after 60 minutes. So NC State used to being in games with great opponents late in the second half.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can keep that momentaneous victory they have here in store so far.
Second half just underway from Alumni Stadium with Notre Dame possessing it. They'll get it to Abby Gemma on the near side, another freshman starter for Notre Dame. Here's Klinke. Norman sticking with some of the subs he had in at the end of that first half. Fisher, one of them. Gemma comes in as a new sub at the beginning of the second half. Here's Restovich with it now, a fancy move, trying to work it back towards the middle, but pass just too out of the reach for Joseph.
Joseph, one of those changes that was probably the one that had the most impact when it came to Coach Norman's team. She got a few shots, even some of them on goal. She's perhaps a combination that Coach Norman wants to see with Restovich as he has both of them on the pitch right now. And we'll see if they can combine to get more balls to Angle. Chukwu not on the starting 11 for the second half. We'll probably see more of her later on tonight.
JJ, what do we need to see from Notre Dame this half to show you that there's going to be a different result of this half than there was in the first half?
Just the desire to keep on attacking, the desire to not even draw the game, but perhaps win the game. They've got still 45 to go. They also got to play it smart. They got to keep on pushing and not force themselves to feel the pressure of being one down in the scoreboard.
Absolutely, but NC State doing what they did not do, excuse me, in the first half, and that's possessing the ball. A foul here, though. That's Olivia Kelly committing the foul on Lily Joseph. Long ball played by Abby Gemma to the far side. Nice run here for Roy, but a tough angle. And a ball into the box. Looking for Joseph on the backside, but headed away. Angle trying to control it in the box now. Here's Roy with two defenders on her. Just trying to get away. He gets it over to Klinke. Klinke for Angle in the box. A lot of contact, no call. Boy, Notre Dame bench not happy with that call. Crowd equally displeased. The referee always a little hesitant to blow that whistle when you get in the box. Protopus will get to this one.
But there is VAR, and he is going to check it.
We are going to check this for a foul. Let's take a look at it. JJ, what do you think here?
It seems like Angle was hit from behind. It seems to me that we might get a penalty. Quick in the first half. We have another angle here. And yeah, it looks like a hit on Angle from behind right when she was about to control the ball. That could be called a penalty.
Seeing it for the first time, it did not look like a dive at all from Angle, especially considering the relative sizes of her and her defender. Did not look like it was just her not being able to find her footing. Looked like there was a substantial amount of contact there.
Yeah, she's so used to making those turns when she's under pressure. We rarely see her, as you say, just simply not attempt that turn. And as she was about to control the ball, as I just mentioned, as she was about to turn left, there seems to be, specifically on her left leg, some contact. So I think that the referee is going to call a penalty, but we're going to wait and see his decision.
Referee J.C. Grace making the decision at the monitor. Just a momentous decision for how this match is going to play out. If you're Notre Dame and you get the penalty, this is exactly how you wanted to start just 3 minutes into this half. Let's take another look at it here.
Yeah, you can see the contact there. There is contact. The only thing that could potentially save NC State from having a penalty is if the referee determines that the Irish player was already going forward and going into the ground prior to that contact, but the contact is there nevertheless. So it's now about determining if the contact is enough to affect the way that the player was moving, trying to control the ball, or if that contact wasn't the reason why the player ended up on the ground, which could potentially save NC State from having a penalty.
Long review here, and Tim Santoro, NC State head coach, not happy about it, is walking, pacing up and down his sideline, either asking the referee for a decision or bemoaning the decision once we get it. Notre Dame, meanwhile, has their players out on the field scattered. NC State in a huddle. This is a long stoppage. JJ, what does this do for NC State if you've had some momentum and you were doing well in the flow of the game? What does this elongated stoppage do for you?
It all really determines on what the referee goes afterwards, because if he doesn't call a penalty, okay, we got to bounce back. We got to keep up the energy we came and approach the start of the second half with. But if you get a penalty, it all depends on what happens. If the Irish miss that penalty, talk about building momentum. If they score the penalty, well, everything starts again because it's a draw.
J.C. Gray still over there at the monitor, has not made a decision yet. As we just said, been a really long stoppage here with just under 42 minutes to go in the first half. Here is the decision.
And
there will be no penalty.
Yeah, it's what I was telling you beforehand. There is a contact. We can't deny that, but it seems that Asango is trying to approach the ball. She's already on the way to fall in. The way she positions herself right before the NC State defender makes the referee interpret this play as if she hasn't had total control of the ball yet, and that contact isn't necessarily the reason why she comes down. He doesn't call a penalty.
So potentially a big break for NC State as they avoid having to defend a penalty kick and retain possession of the ball. This is Mills with it now in the Irish back line. Looking to the far side for Leah Klinke. Here's Gemma with it for Joseph. Joseph, some space in the middle of the field. Some nice speed through the center of the defense. Joseph towards the box. Here's Fisher, a shot from outside the box. But Protopus right there.
That's an easy shot for Protopus. Nevertheless, the Irish trying to find some shots to keep that momentum going pretty much. You know, as whenever you're losing, you just got to take those shots. And when you've got in front of you a side that is just so well positioned when it comes to defending in their box, sometimes the best opportunity are precisely shots from outside the box, and that is what the Irish are doing so far.
Fisher had a very similar opportunity in the Irish last game out against Virginia. She had a shot from outside the box that hit the crossbar. Angle trying to chase this one into the NC State box, but Restovich ends up with it. Tolentino over there defending, but it'll be a corner for the Irish. Will be a throw, excuse me. Throw right near the corner. Klinke. Restovich. Matriano with it. Oh boy. Right off the face of an NC State player, and we'll get a brief stoppage here. NC State trainer will come out to check on Jade Bordelot, who's been really aggressive for NC State, making some good runs in the Irish half in what little time they've had up there.
Yeah, there was a tough hit on Bordelot, one of the situations that you get from the game. Nevertheless, she seems to recover and be able to continue.
Bordelot, a sophomore forward from Terrebonne, Canada, had 2 goals as a freshman a year ago, 3 goals and an assist already on the season this year, had a hat trick against George Washington, 3 starts on the season, and has played in every game with significant minutes of each game, but she'll take a break from this one briefly after getting hit in the face. Mazziotto will come on for NC State to what looks like briefly replace Jade Bordelot, as she's right back by the scorers table to come back in this game. Irish just looking for an opportunity here. Restovich couldn't get to it. Olivia Kelly with some crafty dribbling there to get out of 3 Irish defenders. Roy now for Montreal. They work it back to the near side for Gemma. Gemma into the box. Nearly a good opportunity there, but it hits the top of the net. Looked like it was a cross for Angle that was just going to drift left of the net, but ended up on top of the net instead. Could have been a wild opportunity for the Irish.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was Gemma's intention. Nevertheless, you could see even Angle, as you mentioned, surprised from where that ball was going, and it just goes really, it's a close one. It just goes right above the goal.
Protopis very casual with that one, but a good read on it nonetheless. Collision in front of the NC State bench, but the referee will continue play.
Just look at the intensity that the NC State is living this match with. They're thrilled. They're trying to cheer on the 11 players they've got on the field.
Well, when you are a big underdog, this is what tends to happen. As you get later in a game, in a close game, or even with a lead, the team that was supposed to win starts to get a little tight. And while you have all that energy, the other team starts to tense up a little bit. Maybe we're seeing a little bit of that from Notre Dame now. Joseph in a crowd. This one for Angle in the box. Couldn't get to it, and a foul. That's a 3rd foul in the box, or in NC State box, I should say, for Notre Dame.
They've been struggling to maintain an organized attack when it comes to having those plays in the ball. They've done a really good job getting into the box, but nevertheless, once in the box, as you've mentioned, 2 falls during the first half. This is the 3rd one that we get throughout the game, and it's going to be another ball for Protopis to put in play.
Fisher got ahead on that, but this one caroms all the way into Notre Dame's half. Klinke with it on the far side. Trying to work this one around after it was deflected. There's some good pressure here from NC State. Irish were looking to counter, but Wolfpack have it back. Here's Nautica trying to work in the middle of the field. Olivia Kelly plays it back for Protopis. And a foul there. That was Chisholm going down.
As we've seen during the first half, Chisholm has been the leader of the NC State defense. You've mentioned previously the importance of the underdog story leading with over 30 minutes to go. That is something that NC State needs to know how to play when it comes to growing in that momentum, but also you gotta realize that precisely there is 30 minutes to go, and that focus that has allowed you to be here for 55 plus minutes, you gotta keep that focus for the rest of the game.
Joseph trying to make a run on the near side, but taken away by Olivia Kelly. Will stick with the Irish for a throw. Gemma will take this one. Looking for Restovich, who gets it back in the box. Restovich looking towards the middle. Irish still have it. Joseph couldn't get to it. Restovich for Fisher. Fisher deflected. Cleared by NC State.
And it was 9 out of the 10 players that NC State currently have on the field defending right there. Solid job once again in defense.
Here comes Matriano, a shot from outside the box. This one going to be well left. And again, something we've seen a lot of from Notre Dame.
Yeah, we've seen those shots. But those shots are a result of precisely the 9 players, the emphasis that NC State has on defense. One of those could go in, but you got to find a way to break the defense as well.
Under 35 minutes to go in the second half now. Contact, but no call. Here's Roy on the far side. Roy looking back to the middle. Couldn't get it to Angle in the box. NC State tries to clear. Shot from way outside the box there. That was Roy. But Protopus easily on top of that one.
And that is just, once again, what you were mentioning, the pressure that the Irish know that they have right now up top. They can't seem to find those clear opportunities, those paths towards the drawing goal. And they're just attempting to find the goal, even when it's probably not the best decision, because you've got passing opportunities. You just got to recycle the ball and try to find those spaces, because there is always a way to break through. But the Irish are struggling to find that right now. And I'm guessing that Coach Norman might make some changes when it comes to its midfield, precisely to try and break things up and mix things up.
Matriano has it now. Plays it for Klinke. Klinke to the far side. Played into the box for Restovich. Couldn't quite get to it. Nautica with it for the Wolfpack. Now a long ball for Woner, but she couldn't get to it. Gemma now for Joseph. Matriano for Restovich. This one's going to slide out of bounds, and it'll be a throw. Abby Gemma will take this one for Notre Dame.
And as much as the Irish aren't necessarily finding those clear opportunities, they've been able to push back and gain a bit of possession, which they had lost at the start of the second half. Something crucial to start finding those opportunities, having more time on the ball.
Klinke looking for a seam, finds Joseph. Joseph in the middle, top of the box. Goes down, and it'll be a foul on Notre Dame. We'll go the other way. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, I can clearly see the jersey grab there from Joseph.
Yeah, it is a foul by Joseph.
Here's Protopus now to take this one. Stolen by Joseph. Opportunity for the Irish. Here's Angle. Couldn't quite get a clean touch on it. Restovich for Fisher. Irish a run here. This one into the box. Deflected. Protopus can't get on top of it. Restovich tries to play it back to the middle, but good defense from NC State to be back on top of it there.
There was another shot with some power, and then we saw Protopus and Chisholm even trip together in the ball and in the box. Nevertheless, NC State keeps the Irish scoreless
now
once again.
Some inspired defense from Notre Dame. Restovich just outside the box, was looking for Angle. Here's Fisher now. This one deflected. Angle has it in the box. Deflected again. This one just caroms around eventually and finds a Notre Dame player. That was Restovich going down with it there. Gemma played into the box towards the back post, but this one will fall out of bounds for a corner. Annabelle Chukwu back into the game for Notre Dame, just like you said, JJ.
Yeah, the Irish need another striker, trying to get those combinations that were crucial in the first half. As we just saw, 15 shots by the Irish, 2 shots by NC State. Nevertheless, those shots haven't necessarily been in goal. 6 of them have been in goal, as a matter of fact, from those 15 that the Irish have produced tonight. But when it comes to getting those shots in goal, you don't necessarily have to have the best opportunities to get those shots in goal. You just got to find one goal, and that is exactly what NC State has done so far.
That was Woner with a run now for NC State, and they have it in the Irish half, but excellent defense from Leah Klinke, and the Irish will look to run the other way. Here's Klinke up the far side. Looking for Chukwu in the middle, but Chukwu can't get there. It's Brianna Weber with the clearance. Okiki has it now. Nice defense there. That's Ellie Osbeck, who's tripped up on a great tackle by Okiki. Now a battle for it near the sideline. Fisher ends up with it, but just boots it out of bounds. And it'll be a throw for NC State. Matriano collects this one for the Irish. Looks to run the other way. This one played to the middle for Joseph. Joseph looking to the near side. This is Engel. Engel into the box. Tries to work back to the middle, but nobody home. Notre Dame keeps possession though, and it's Restovich who was looking for Chukwu. But again, great defense from NC State in the final third.
Great defense from NC State overall throughout more than 60 minutes now. Let's see if they can keep that coming for the next 28 minutes or so.
And it's really been Taylor Chisholm who is the lone goal scorer in this match. That's been everywhere for NC State defensively. Saw her a couple times in that last possession.
Yeah, she's been everywhere, as you just mentioned. What a match Chisholm has had.
This one way outside the box for Chukwu, but didn't get to her. Engel with it now in the near corner. Engel, a run into the box. Across. Couldn't get a foot on it. Here's Fisher outside the box, just wide. That was Notre Dame's best look of the night, no doubt about it.
And that's what you get when you have 2 strikers on the field. Not necessarily are they gonna be in the box, as we saw Engel being the one that produced from the wing on this play. Nevertheless, Chukwu was there. There was more attacking midfielder support on the box, and then you get an open space outside the box to get a better shot and subsequently be closer to tying the game.
Absolutely, we're seeing Notre Dame turn up the pressure even from what it was in the first half as they look for their opportunity.
And both benches now on their feet. You can just feel the intensity coming up here at Alumni Stadium.
There's Abby Gemma with it now on the near side. Was looking for Joseph in the middle, but deflects out to Matriano, who finds Restovich. Restovich slips though. NC State wants a handball and they'll get it.
Now NC State has to take advantage of these opportunities when they have the possession, to maintain it as long as possible, to put some calm in the game. Because the game, even if they're winning it, a game that's fast-paced, a game in which your offense from your opponent is attacking the way that the Irish are attacking, isn't necessarily a game style that favors NC State, given their defensive techniques, given the emphasis that their coach has made on having that focus and being the 90-minute team. You got to play it smart in those moments when you have the ball right now.
Now a foul on Notre Dame. And this will be a great opportunity for NC State now in the Irish half. We'll see who will take the free kick for NC State. Let's take a look at the foul here. Contact by Abby Mills. And it'll be Mana Mononautica that will take this one. The freshman midfielder. Big chance for NC State. It's played into the box. And good aggressive play from Olofsson there.
Great play by Olofsson there. And not necessarily the best free kick by Nautica. Their coach mentioned the need of Nautica stepping up when it comes to NC State becoming that 90-minute team. She needs to keep that focus coming and avoid perhaps giving the ball so easily to their opponents with 25 minutes to go.
Woner was trying to make a run there on the far side, but some good defense from Abby Mills and a host of other Irish defenders. Here's Klinke now back towards the middle. This is Abby Gemma with it for Mills. Matriano, heavy touch from Chukwu, and it'll be a turnover. Okiki, Fisher takes it right away. Gemma with it on the near side. Played into the box, nobody there though. Fisher nearly took that one away. That's some excellent defense on the far side by Bordalo, who's back in the game after being hit in the face earlier. Gemma with it here. Restovich. A run for Chukwu. Couldn't quite get to it. And Prodopus dives right on top of it. And now a player down for NC State.
And it's just another opportunity that the Irish have in the box where NC State just really knows how to defend really well, how to bother the Irish attack. And it's now 24 minutes to go that Coach Norman is going to take advantage of this momentarily paused game to call on his players, to give them some strategies, and to try to find a way to break through.
That's Taylor Chisholm in a lot of pain for NC State as their players will leave the pitch as the trainer comes out. Never what you want to see, especially not what you want to see with Chisholm having the game she's having tonight.
No, she's been the man of the MVP so far, definitely, Chisholm. And
absolutely.
And it doesn't look good, to be honest. We hope she can recover because she's been the star player on the field tonight.
Chisholm had the goal in the 27th minute and has just been all over the place defensively. The junior defender who appeared in 15 matches a season ago, started 15 matches a season ago, excuse me, while appearing in 17. Had 2 goals a year ago, playing all 90 minutes 11 times. Had a goal at Campbell earlier this year, an assist at VCU, and has played and started in every match this season. Down in a lot of pain here. And we'll get another extended stoppage in this second half. JJ, what, if any, impact do these 2 long stoppages in the second half have?
Well, the first stoppage came in a moment where NC State was having more possession. It allowed the Irish to regain a little bit of the lost possession they'd had approached the second half with. Now it comes when the Irish are the ones that are starting to get those attacks more clear, when they're starting to have that offensive determination that could perhaps give them attempts that are likely to increase that expected goal count against NC State. So we'll see if the Irish can keep that coming, as it looks like Chisholm won't be able to continue.
Good to see Chisholm back on her feet, but walked off the field by 2 trainers as both teams back out on the pitch now, close to resuming play with just over 24 minutes left in the second half.
And it's going to be a hectic 24 minutes, I can sure tell you that. The Irish, if they break through and start producing more attacking plays, that can also potentially result in NC State finding more counterattacks. And we saw in the first half how they found those counterattacks. The crucial thing here, NC State just recovered Jade Bordalo. She was the main player when it came to finding those attacking opportunities in the first half. She's back for the end of the game after receiving a hit from the ball, and that's going to be a great weapon for NC State when it comes to counterattacking with the Irish offensive determination that's coming.
Good speed from Joseph to generate a turnover there, to throw the foot out and get that one up in the air. Irish have it back. Just trying to work it around here. NC State with all 11 players in their half of the field as the Irish pass it around. Engel was trying to work there on Paige Tolentino, the graduate transfer from UNC, but couldn't get anything going. Here's Chukwu now. Chukwu will run into the box. Here's Chukwu. Great defense, though. Irish keep possession. That was Mary Frances Symes, the sophomore midfielder there. Good defense from Okiki in the box. Fisher. Fisher now with 3 defenders on her. Couldn't get anything to go, asking for a corner, but it'll be a goal kick. 2 subs in now for NC State, as they'll get some fresh legs on the pitch.
Yeah, with 22 minutes to go, it's all about fresh legs, truly. It's all about being physically fit, mentally fit, which is the area that Coach Tim Santoro wants to emphasize and make his players grow on. And it's a great match to precisely do that.
Annika Woner replacing Jade Bordelot, and Antonella Mazziato coming on as well for the Wolfpack, so they'll go more defensive oriented here. Protopus catches this one after a long ball into the NC State box. Sends this one high into the Irish half. Matriano gets a head on it, fight for it, and the Irish will have possession. Here's Engel with it. Now Matriano. Gemma. Mills. Mills for Fisher. Fisher went down, but no call. Irish with the steal. Here's Chukwu now. Chukwu with a run to the left side. Trying to work back towards the middle. But excellent defense from Okiki. And this will be a corner for the Irish. JJ, another opportunity for Notre Dame here.
Another opportunity, and we see Chukwu and Engel as well going perhaps a little past the center of the box to allow for those attacking midfielders to come in. Ellie Hudson was actually in the 9 position in this particular play. They're just trying to vary those attacks to find the actual weapon that gets them back on the scoreboard.
Here is the corner now. Into the box. Hodgson got a head on it, but couldn't get it on net. Irish looking for anything right now with just over 20 minutes to go. Protopus will take her time. Here's Gemma. Finds Hodgson in front of the box. A lot of contact, no foul. Irish keep possession. Klinke, nice move to the outside. Here's some speed now from Klinke on a run. Klinke splits 3 defenders. Tries to come back towards the middle. And this one deflects onto the top of the net for a corner.
Fantastic run by Klinke there. She made everything right, but the last thing, which was to look where Chukwu was positioned. Nevertheless, she finds 3 NC State defenders on the box, resulting in a corner.
Incredibly creative there to split the 3 defenders and then get the deflection to generate a corner. This one played high into the box. Fisher for Hodgson. And this one cleared well out of bounds. That one into the parking lot. And it'll be another corner for Notre Dame and Lady Matriano. Here she is from the near corner. Another chance for Notre Dame. Good run from Fisher and a goal. The senior captain equalizes. What a moment. We'll take a look at it here.
Just as NC State had found the back of the net in the first half through a corner, the Irish find the tie-in goal through a corner. It's the turn for the senior, for Sophia Fisher. Her first goal of the season. She had started in 9 games. She didn't start in this one. She came in nevertheless. She was one of Coach Norman's impact subs, and what an impact now. It's tying the game and leaving 18 minutes that are gonna just be hectic again.
And all of a sudden, it's Groundhog Day for NC State, leading a ranked team in the second half and conceding a goal. This place back alive, ton of energy now, crowd on its feet. And in the 72nd minute, the Irish finally break through. Still tied though. Could go either way as NC State has a player down. And we'll get a stoppage here.
The Irish bench not happy with the way the referees stopped a potential counterattack there. But nevertheless, that's protocol. When it's a head collision, you got to stop the game. You got to check on the player. And the referee just applying the protocol.
That's sophomore Mary Frances Symes, who came on as a sub not too long ago in the second half. Replacing her will be graduate midfielder Jaden Thomas, who's back for a 6th year after missing the 2023 season with an injury. Started 19 of 20 matches back in 2022, so no shortage of experience there. Irish do have it for now, though. Here's Matriano. Fisher plays it to the far side. Here's Gemma. A ball into the box. But good aggressive play there from Protopus to catch that one.
And you can see her holding the ball, trying to calm things down. NC State needs a moment to breathe.
Player down for NC State, no foul. Here's Nautica, a header vaguely in the direction of the Notre Dame box, but Olofsson will clear. Here's Engel with it now. Engel down the near side with a run. Hodgson now. Towards Chukwu in the middle, but not quite strong enough. Engel steals it back for the Irish. Fisher for Hodgson. Hodgson the cross for Chukwu. Chukwu couldn't quite get a foot on it. Lot of contact just outside the box, but it'll be a corner for Notre Dame, no foul. Irish scored on a set piece just moments ago. Can they do it again to take the lead with just over 16 minutes left in the second half? Here it is, and this one curves just too far, ends up on top of the NC State goal, and it'll be a goal kick for Protopus. A sub will come in for NC State. This is Annika Woner in for sophomore forward Hannah Jabril. And Chisholm back in the game for NC State as well. The one goal they have allowed came in her absence. She was injured on a collision on the near side in her own box. Was out of the game for just a few moments, but Irish able to find a crease in those moments. She's just been absolutely key for the NC State defense. But here's a run for Hodgson now, into the box. Hodgson the cross. Joseph couldn't get to it, but now Engel. Engel. This one taken away by NC State and cleared deep into the Irish half. Woner chasing here, but not going to get to it. Gemma. All the way across the field for Klinke. Really feels like, although this game is tied, Notre Dame is in the driver's seat, as here's a long ball for Engel. Engel into the box. Wasn't a clean first touch, but here's a shot. Protopus right there again. Protopus doing a nice job at goal today to get in front of these shots.
Yeah, she's been doing a great job. Engel primarily being the main shooter tonight for the Irish, whether it's in the box, whether it's outside the box. She's started playing as one of the main strikers. She's gone more towards the wing during this second half and after the goal specifically. But that just shows you the breakthrough that you can have with such a polyvalent player who can give you depth in many positions and who precisely has been the lead on the right to produce more attacks for the Irish.
Notre Dame continuing to possess it. Have a massive lead in that category. But we are tied with 13.5 to go. As we've said multiple times throughout this game, anything can happen. NC State had a great look earlier in the first half and capitalized with the goal by Taylor Chisholm, and Notre Dame equalized in the 72nd minute with Fisher. A shot there from Joseph is deflected. Olofsson comes out of the box to grab this one. Here's Fisher now toward the far side. A run into the box. Osbeck with it now. Trying to make something happen, works it back towards the middle. The cross, nobody there. Engel couldn't quite chase that one down, and it'll be a goal kick for NC State. 2 subs coming in for the Wolfpack now.
Prior to this substitution, we saw come back to the pitch Annika Woner. That shows you that despite NC State obviously knowing that the Irish are leading the attacks, that the Irish, they're going to need to defend them, Coach Tim doesn't necessarily believe that NC State is condemned to a draw here. Why not get your striker, who's already scored 4 goals this season, back in the pitch? Why not try to find a counterattack? Why not take the whole thing home?
Absolutely. Got to remember, even though it feels like Notre Dame has all the momentum, the most important thing, the scoreboard, is still equal right now. And all they need, which they've shown earlier in the game, is one opportunity.
Yeah, that was what I was going to tell you exactly. They had one opportunity in the first half, and they converted it to a goal, so they could potentially find an opportunity with 12.5 minutes to go.
Foul committed by Chukwu there. NC State will let themselves drift into the Irish half. Going to just try and possess the ball, which they've really not been able to do much of at all this half. This one played by Weber towards the box, but flag comes up for offside. Irish look to go quick here with 12 minutes left. Here's Matriano. Klinke with it, finds Joseph in the middle of the field. Joseph looks for Engel on the near side. Engel, some speed to get to the right side of the box. Engel, here's the cross, deflected. A lot of traffic in and around that goal, but NC State clears. Now sends this one into the Irish half, and we'll see who gets to this one. That was Abby Mills outrunning Annika Woner to get to that one. Would have been a great chance for NC State had Woner been able to chase that one down. Now this one just dumped into NC State's half. Protopus will grab this one. Let's take a look at the run by Engel here.
That's an outstanding move by Engel there to get past the defender. she's been everywhere, honestly. And it's not only Ango now that NC State needs to be careful with on the right. Joseph is back on the pitch, another player that has gotten some few shots for the Irish tonight. So watch out for those shots and those opportunities specifically on the right side of the pitch for the Irish.
That was Brianna Weber with the deflection of Engel's cross into the box, potentially saving what would have been a huge chance for the Irish. But Notre Dame possessing it now again. As this one played out towards the left side for Leah Klinke. Joseph with it. Looking for Engel. Engel one-on-one again. Joseph, top of the box. A shot. Saved. What a save by Protopis. This one goes high. Two great looks for Notre Dame. Protopis denies the first, and the second one just a little bit too high.
What a save by Protopis. And it's not only Protopis, as we're going to see in the replay. She gets a touch of the ball, but it also hits the post, actually, as a matter of fact. The second play by Hudson was caught offside. Nevertheless, the closest shot that the Irish have found to potentially convert a second one tonight from outside the box. And it's the post denies it.
Protopis barely got a fingertip on that one to potentially send it off the post. Who knows where that deflects if she's not able to do that. Continuing her strong play in goal today.
Great play by Protopis, who's now faced 9 shots on goal. 8 of them have been saved by Protopis.
Substitution for Notre Dame, Restovich into the game. Their assist leader, maybe looking to manufacture a chance here. Really feels like Notre Dame is just trying to press the gas pedal as much as they can with under 10 minutes remaining. This one's stolen away by NC State. And now here's Abby Hugh trying to make a run. A lot of contact and a foul. Notre Dame will take it and go quick. Here's Matriano running the other way. Joseph with it in the middle, trying to find Fisher. Pass was a little strong. Klinke looking for Chukwu. And a foul on Chukwu. Was a little too aggressive trying to get to that one. NC State will try to run some time off here. It'll be Weber that plays this one. Clock still ticking, and if you're NC State, seems like you'll be content with a draw at this point.
You would potentially be content with the draw, but you got to make sure you get the draw, and with 8 minutes to go, and the way that the Irish are attacking, you don't really have it secure, so if you find an opportunity to attack, get the best out of it.
Here they are now, potentially with an opportunity. This one for Hugh on the near side. Hugh working on angle, but gets a deflection. Now this one down the near side, and the Irish look to counter. Angle with it, cuts back towards the middle. A long ball played to the far side, but NC State able to take that one back. This is Mononautica and a crowd. NC State now, here's a run. Good speed though. That's Ellie Osbeck on the recovery. Great tackle there to stifle what looked like to be a good opportunity for NC State.
Nevertheless, they do get a corner from this opportunity, and we've seen what they can do from a corner. The further away NC State has the ball from their own goal right now, with 7 minutes to go, the better for them. And this is a huge opportunity to take the whole thing.
Here is the corner from Mononautica. They scored on a set piece earlier in the game. We'll see if they can do the same here. Whistle blows, and here comes the kick from Nautica. Into the box. Karams around. NC State will keep possession, but no clear look there. Okiki into the box. That was Chisholm with it. Here's a header. Goes wide. Chisholm can't get to it. NC State threatening there after it looked like Notre Dame was in the driver's seat. They got put on their back foot for a minute.
And again, it seems that Adley Olofsson could have gone out for that ball. Nevertheless, she chooses to stay close to her line. And the Irish keep the trouble away now.
Fisher tried to get it to the far side, but that one was either deflected or just a missed strike. Now NC State has it. Taken away by the Irish, though, and they'll look to run. Here comes Klinke on the far side. Big time tackle, though. That's Alex Moore, the junior defender, with a great tackle to stop what could have been a good run for Notre Dame.
The Irish are now going to have a throw-in, nevertheless. But it was a great tackle. We've seen Klinke get some attacking plays throughout the game. This promised to be one of them, but it was well defended once again by NC State.
Here's Gemma now for Matriano. This one, Chukwu with it just outside of the box. Tried to find Fisher, but some miscommunication. And NC State running the other way with Annika Woner. Won't get to it, though, as this is Abby Mills. Ratley Olofsson, and now here's a ball for Woner. Stays with the... Here comes a sub. Fisher off for Notre Dame, scored the goal in the 72nd minute to equalize. And now with 5.5 minutes, she is replaced by Morgan Roy.
Roy immediately takes the right side of the midfield. Angle goes back on top with Chukwu.
Here's Restovich letting it go. Here's Angle now for Roy on the near side. Roy couldn't quite get to it. A lot of contact and a foul. Crowd displeased with that one, but it'll go with NC State. Under 5 minutes to play. Take a look at the foul here.
Yeah, there is some contact there from Roy to break that defender even, and nevertheless, we see an NC State team that's trying to organize itself as if to set up a potential attacking play. Jade Bortolo, we saw her previously being organized by Annika Woner in an attempt to, find the goal, but nevertheless, the Irish are the ones that keep on attacking.
Now, NC State commits a foul. Irish have it in the box. That was Roy looking for a cross, couldn't get anything. Matriano for Klinke. Tried to get it back to Matriano, but strong defense from NC State. This one cleared into the Irish half. Olofsson will come out of the box. Plays it for Mills. Mills looking for Chukwu, who couldn't get to it, but Joseph has it off the deflection. Joseph couldn't get it to Klinke on the far side. Mills eventually collects this one for the Irish, though. Olofsson, bad pass and a turnover. Here comes Alex Moore. This one for Jaden Thomas. Couldn't do anything with it. Now Restovich trying to find Angle. Couldn't do it. Weber. Taken away by Joseph. Joseph running down the middle of the defense. Has Chukwu. Chukwu slips. Klinke couldn't get ahead on it. That was Bortolo chasing that one for the Wolfpack. Couldn't quite get to it after the deflection. Had some space. Here's Gemma. Now for Roy. Roy, long pass for Engel between two defenders. Ends up with Roy again. Here comes Roy. Played to the outside for Restovich. Couldn't get a clean strike on it. And Prodipus grabs that one away from the reach of Izzy Engel.
That's the concentration that NC State needs. Great intervention there by Prodipus, as Engel was there trying to prevent her from blocking the ball and potentially get another attacking play, but Pratapes gets a good save.
Looked like Joseph could have had a chance on the cross, but couldn't get a clean strike on it. But referee will say it's NC State's possession. Woner between 3 Irish defenders. Irish take it away. Here's Restovich in the middle of the field now. Over to Joseph. Joseph outside. Into the box for Engel, but Pratapes is there. Again, Pratapes just covering every cross the Irish send towards the middle of the box. As we're under a minute and a half to play now.
Remains as it is. NC State owes a lot of it to Pratapes and a lot of it to Chisholm. A great connection there between the defender and the goalkeeper. And a minute now to go.
Joseph with it. Final chances for the Irish as we reach a minute remaining. Here's a good run here by Osbeck though. Osbeck back for Joseph. Joseph top of the box. Looking for space, doesn't find any. Matriano. Abby Gemma with it. Gemma into the box looking for Chukwu. Nothing there. Here's Mills for Matriano. Over for Gemma. Gemma into the box. Here's a run. And just out of the reach of Chukwu. Under 30 seconds to play. NC State in no rush. Pratapes will take her time here. 15 to play now. And NC State will be content to let this one run out with under 10 seconds remaining. Pratapes will launch this one toward her bench. A quick header. And that's the final horn. So after 90 minutes, a 1-1 draw. Number 13 Notre Dame 1, NC State 1. JJ, what